Hello and welcome back to hopefully one of the last streams of beating Calamity naked, but we will see. We're 122 hours into the playthrough, which I believe is the longest I've ever spent on a single playthrough. And probably a third of that is Yaren, which is kind of insane. Or maybe a quarter is Yaren. But I think I just have to keep going and hope that I can eventually get done with it. I'm just going to get straight into an attempt first off and then see if I potentially need to do some excavation here, because if I open up this side of the world entirely, I might be able to be a bit more vertical with the Ares and Apollo, no Artemis and Apollo section. But that's going to take some testing, I think. Where's my damage? Why did that take so much longer than previously? Am I missing something for my damage? Huh? Do I ever do attempts off stream? I do not know. Yeah, why was I missing damage there? You've got milkshake for major improvements. Odd. Could have just been a fluke. I definitely have two of these done, right? Yeah. How many hours do I have in try in total? I think it's around 3,000. Or close to it. Feels like I'm slower than usual. I don't know why. I'm probably just losing it a little. Yes, I think Team Mod Loader's around 1,800 and then Vanilla's around 1,200. Oh, goddamn rain stopping. Stream is featured? What do you mean? I don't know what that is. Don't know if I'm going to be able to beat it during the blender. Maybe. Yes. Oh, I thought I was on the Stygian shield. Okay, that was a pretty good first proper attempt of the stream. I'm not counting the first one as a proper attempt. Ohio beam, yeah, I should have used my teleport. I wonder if it's just a case that I needed to have a little time in between streams to solidify my learning. It could be that simple. Like the sleep that I got allowed me to learn how to properly do the fight. Better to do more 3-hour streams than 1 6-hour one. Possibly, yes. Problem is, we're gonna get we need to get Thanatos under 70% really. Oh, I didn't actually mean to do that, but that's fine. We can get more practice in with these guys. Hey, we're getting better. Somehow. A little bit more practice and I think that's possible. 70% is where they all change phases, yeah. And if I don't get him to that, I then have to fight him again with an extra mech. So whatever mech I don't take down first, I'll have to fight with Thanatos if he isn't at 70%. Plus, the phase where they're all three of them together is quite simple, so as long as I can do a bunch of damage during that phase, or I may as well try and deal as much damage as possible during that phase, is what I mean. There's no reason not to. Let's save the adrenaline for Thanatos. Yeah, I can ignore Thanatos for the most part. I'm not too worried about getting him to 70% health, as long as I can get the other two. use it on Thanatos, that'd be great. Kinda. Not very much though. And I'm just going to focus Thanatos for a bit, even though it's barely going to deal damage. I say that he's going to phase transition anyway. So it does not matter. Did not think he would do that so fast. Let's grab my ceaseless potions just to get the Omega healing potions. Yeah, there's quite a few extras there. Ares isn't so bad. At the moment, Artemis and Apollo are the major issue, but even they're not being so bad. I'm actually quite confident we can get through them today, and I wasn't confident coming into the stream at all. It would seem I've made a bigger improvement when I'm not playing than when I was playing last time. It's a little inconsistent sometimes with his speed. Yes, weaving between the shots is quite difficult with my acceleration. I wonder why Sufferer struggles to kill Ares last. I also wonder why it feels like I'm dealing less damage. I mean, obviously there I dealt less damage for sure because I had to summon the rain again, but outside of that. Bunch of damage to Thanatos there. I'm going to need to properly look at that message in a second. I don't think I have the concentration to look at it right now. I had to mix and match those there. that. Okay, I really don't have any time to react to that if I don't position myself well. If you're able to, then you can keep track of Artemis's vertical position compared to you, as this would tell you the angle of the shotgun, and in solo phase you do have enough vertical to dodge them. If you're going to go down, if you are going down when Artemis is up, yes, or if you're going up when Artemis is down. Okay, yeah, I get what you mean. A few more attempts, and there's a good chance we just do it. What purpose does ice rod serve? It's good for placing blocks mid-air. I'm not using the ice rod at all, it's just I'm not going to take it out of my inventory for one specific fight. Do that. This. Or maybe not. Okay, that was awful transition there. I think if I was to make one improvement to the Exo Mechs, it would be that after each phase they sync their attacks, because Calamity knows that this is a problem with Vanilla Moonlord, so it fixes it for Vanilla Moonlord and then introduces a worse version of it for the Exos. Did I see the previous miss for the phase order? Get twins to the sub 40 phase first. I could do that, but I don't know, I feel like this way is the way I'm going to go for the actual successful fight, so I may as well practice it. Because if I can consistently get Ares to the next phase, then I may as well go with that. So 18 seconds on here, which should be fine. save this adrenaline. Yeah, I need a consistent enter and exit. That's really annoying because I had that adrenaline ready. I guess I kinda now need to just wait. Try and charge it with adrenaline. It's not gonna work. Yeah. Okay, what point should I be entering, I guess? Yeah, Ares plus Thanatos after twins would be pretty difficult. Oh, thought I was moving fast enough to get away from that. I usually am. Hopefully just means I get rage a little bit quicker. Not quicker enough to actually be able to hit Thanatos there. Under those, and I'm dead. Is there a possibility for Exos to take more attempts than Yard? Yeah, there's a possibility. I think the chances are low though. Unless I get unlucky with the weather. Weather is my biggest op when it comes to the Exos. Half of my deaths have been weather related. My damage and mobility are both tied to the weather. Okay, good bit of damage for Thanatos there. As long as I can get him like under 80% health during that stage, I think it's a pretty decent bit of damage. Exos in a skull-sized box, that would be pretty bad, yeah. I got lucky there. Got really lucky there. Oh, the weaving is so hard. Let's grab my potions though. I think that's all I'm getting. I think it also stopped raining there, or did it stop raining after I died? When did it stop raining? Just before Ares was defeated, okay. That explains it. Have you watched Prisma's new video yet, Bone Reaper? Or I guess that goes to anyone. It's very good. I would recommend watching it. He was doing way too much with the Exo Mechs. Could have just chilled and gone side to side for Ares. Had to be doing extra though. Your stream's the thing that got me a bed. Oh well, that's fine. It's a Master Death Hardcore before the new Master changes that make Master Mode much easier. Yeah, usually you can get away with much better arenas for this, but for me, this is kind of what I have to do. I don't have the kind of like small maneuverability that you would usually have for a fight like this. Oh, that must have been so close to not getting hit by that. Oh, the knockback from that first one just meant I was definitely going to get hit by the second. You say the exo chill will make the entire thing trivial. I'm still going to have no survivability. Like, I don't think trivial is the word. Easier than without the Exo mount for sure, but yeah. Why don't you use Astral Monolith to see projectiles better? Because I would then have to put Astral Monoliths across my entire world, since I can't just put them in Vanity since I'm not using accessories. Yeah, also, seeing them isn't a problem, to be honest. I'm seeing all of them. Yeah, why is my damage low for this sometimes? Like, occasionally I'll just not get through as much as I usually would. Usually I get to the next phase before the laser and green arm attacks again, but sometimes that just doesn't seem to happen. No, you can't really tell why. Ah, that's annoying. But I'd avoid that. I do try to be patient, I guess. I don't see the reason to not be. Raging at the game isn't going to help. Might have got Ares slightly too low there to be able to manage when they transition. So my minions are going to continue to chip away at him. It might be okay though. It might have gotten to the perfect health level. I thought that would despawn before I got there. That's very annoying. And then that, yep, dead. Yeah, Escal I'm gonna have to treat as if it's a no-hit, essentially. I'll be able to get hit, but I won't be able to recover from getting hit very easily. You're guessing that the lilies targeted the outer arm and you're not getting as much AoE. That could be it. I'm more just worried since it seems to be on this stream specifically rather than something that was happening on the last one. So I'm wondering if I've accidentally like binned a potion or something. Just joined the stream, how's it going? It's going pretty well, to be honest. It's better than I thought it would. I thought we'd be struggling a lot more than I have been. That's not to say that it's going to be like a steamroll and I'm going to get through it in the next 5 attempts, but we're getting there. Okay, I need to let him do the downward laser first, and then I can do this. Or maybe not. Okay, we're good. Not green hands does that though. Oh, the hearts from thingy. Nice. Oh, damn. I thought that was only 2 shots there. Could be in the next 5 attempts if you get lucky enough with the shotguns. Yes, that's true. Yeah, that's the thing, is we're actually getting to not bad attempt territory where all it'll take is me getting a good run with twins. Because I'm semi-consistently getting to kill Ares now. Might actually end up getting Thanatos to the next stage before Artemis and Apollo. Should be interesting. Not quite. Very close. It's good balancing of their health there. Let's start off the twins with an adrenaline. Yeah, I think I should be able to, as long as I don't get hit during the Ares stage. If I get hit during the Ares stage, it makes the twins much harder. Oh, bad timing. Ah, yeah. Yeah, the stage between good timing and bad timing for that is like milliseconds. Not milliseconds, just seconds. Escal would be possible without Exo loop, but just probably not as doable for me because I'm actually not very good at the game. I just edit out me dying all the time. Videos. It's evidenced by that. Although I think that was just unlucky with Thanatos' AI. does happen sometimes. This isn't the newest update, no. So I will get Exo Chair. Whether I want to use it or not, I'm not sure. Because if I don't use it, then I can, like, the video will be more evergreen. Must have been milliseconds too late on that dash there. At least I got the health. Oh, we need to get Thanatos to 70% first. Well, I guess. Oh, it's 4 shots. I keep thinking it's less than 4 shots. I guess it also stopped raining at some point. When did it stop raining? Again, just before Ares died. Very annoying. Especially now that I didn't notice it. Really bad attempt. Although I suppose it's saying something when your really bad attempt leaves you at half health when you're already like halfway through the fight. Not quite halfway through the fight, but I will be once I put these guys to 40% each. And I'm about to get heal off anyway, so... Let's try and get Thanatos under 7 removal. This one's after these. Oh, that hit me twice. 0.9% health. If I just kept swinging, I probably would have killed him before any of those projectiles actually hit me. Good bit of damage on Thanatos there, even though it took a hit for him to get it. I tried to avoid that specifically. Whoa! Wasn't expecting to get through that so quickly. Yeah, Spin of Thanatos should be pretty good. I'm curious about just doing the mix a few times anyway, just to see what weapons would be better. I don't know if do the Ares minions require 4 summon slots each, I think, right? Oh, that stupid projectile. You think it's 3 per? Okay, so I would be able to use 1 Ares arm if I wanted to. It's probably irredeemable at this point, but we'll keep trying anyway. It's good practice. Well, yeah, it's going to be irredeemable if Thanatos decides to do that on a phase transition. This is the Calamity Lo-Fi mix by Inert. I would strongly recommend favouring the playlist and listening to it if you're studying or anything like that. If only Cosmic Discharge could reach the twins, then we'd be truly living in the blessed timeline. Damn it. It's fine, at least I just used my adrenaline, so it shouldn't affect that too much. Way too high for this. Okay. Creating exos at the top of the world. Interesting. Let's try and nudge it down as we go. Nope, can't nudge it down when he does that. It's going to be worse. Okay. Other than Spine of Thanatos, is there anything from Exo Mechs that are going to be that useful? Because I've got all the drops, plus all of the weapons I can craft. There's got to be something from those, right? I genuinely hate Thanatos. Why does he do this? It also just ruins the timing of my rage and adrenaline for the rest of the fight. Supernova could be good for Escal. Is that good without a stealth strike though? Let's just chill for a bit. Farm up my rage and adrenaline. I do like how the second final boss of the game gives you time to just kind of sit, read chat, do whatever you want to do really. Well, not if you run out of space, I guess. Right. I wonder if I'm hitting the ground quite often. Do I just do a massive amount of excavation here with mortar rounds? What do I need for mortar rounds? A lot of scoria and a lot of explosive powder. Scoria I can get by shimmering exodium clusters. Got a bunch of empty bullets from when I was doing Dog and whatchamacallit? Yaren. We're gonna have to wait for the merchant again, unless Oh no, it's the demolitionist that sells explosive powder. Good. Don't need that many, I don't think. Let's go 2,000. And then... I think the best ranged one for this is probably SDFMG, right? Should actually go grab the heart lantern campfires. Give it a few minutes. This will be slightly faster movement without needing, what do you call it, rain. Interesting that that's not breaking the dungeon brick. So any heart lanterns I missed? I don't think so. Bowman meat boxer thing. Yeah, I forgot that. Break the, no it didn't. Oh, I think I've still got my, whatchamacallits on. Yeah. This'll help. Would also help to have my minions out. I guess I should focus much more on this bit here. I'm going to need a lot more mortar rounds. Okay, astral ore is also immune, to know. kind of doubt I'll be going this far along, so I'll maybe focus more on this side of things. Guess we're going with full 2,900. Let's also grab a bunch of exodium clusters and shimmer those. We'll leave like 1,000. I wonder, is SDFMG actually too fast to be worth it for this? Because it might be exploring the same tile twice, I imagine. Which gun has the highest ammo conservation? That's a good question. This is 50%. Save ammo, not consume ammo. Okay. Okay, a lot of these aren't guns. Is that a gun? I think that takes demon spec bars anyway. Kingsbane is 90%. Okay, I should really just be using Kingsbane for this. Or Storm Dragoon. Although that's slower and that's a shotgun, I'm pretty sure. Infinity's good. Yeah, Shadow Spec, that's what I mean. So Vortex Spear is actually good for it. Shredder's slightly better than what we've got, but I think best is Kingsbane. Oh, let's get the ammo out of here. Where is my Kingsbane? I didn't shimmer it, did I? No, there it is. Oh yeah, it takes a second to load up. back and do the chests after. Should be able to check them on the map, I think. Although I guess chests are going to stop everything underneath it. Pink gel I can make mortar rounds that destroy way more. I'm hoping that the burst there didn't destroy anything over this way. Bouncy mortar. Oh yeah, bouncy mortar. Oh, it's 5 per 100. I think I should have some. Oh, I've got loads of pink gel, yeah. How do these work then? Oh no, this goes up to the sky. Not good, not good. Why are you telling me to use those? Is there a correct way to use these or something? Is it only if you're shooting sideways, maybe? I guess sideways would work. As long as I have a way down, which I kind of do. From middle of arena, that would make sense, yeah. This is probably going to drain my sunken sea and be a massive issue. Or maybe not. I think I've lucked out and not gone that far. Let's find wherever the middle is. Probably... Well, I guess I have to do middle this side of the dungeon, then middle the other side of the dungeon. There's another chest here. Maybe not. Yeah, there's one there. Can make dungeon brick walls on the edges of the area that I don't want blown up. That could work, yeah. Let's maybe do that. Or I just dig down here and know that well, I guess it wouldn't be difficult to just put brick down the kind of elevator that I've got there. Let's do that. Got plenty of green brick. Okay, I'm going to make sure I get it on the right alignment though, because I think this alignment here is slightly different from the one further down. Yep, wrong mount. Where did I acquire so much brick? By mining out this massive bit here of the dungeon. Also by mining out this massive bit of the dungeon. Okay, I'll maybe go down to the caverns layer and then stop. Caverns layer is probably going to be deep enough, I imagine. Oh wait, never mind, I'm already in the caverns layer, right? Yeah. I could go all the way down to the bottom of the world, but that would maybe be excessive. Builder potion. I think I've got those on automatically. I think I've got a full stack of them. Let me double check. Yeah, I've got a full stack of builder potions. Yeah, it's hard to see the grey background on the map here specifically because of all the stone walls. I may as well connect this up for now though. Do I keep end up going over a block? My hand's just drifting. I suppose it doesn't matter if I go too much lower than that. Gonna need a lot of cleanup with the drill containment unit. This might be the biggest arena I've ever made. I think go down this hole. Do I really intend on leveling all that? Yes. At this point, just load up a skyblock. Nah, I wanted it all in one world. I mean, I could go get like a world arena from somewhere else, but yeah, no need to do that. Why make things easy for myself when I can make them hard? I'm not doing this because it's easy. mean you're not doing Terraria challenge runs for the ease of it? It's true, yeah. Some people are surprised by this fact, but yeah. I wonder if I'm going to be hitting the projectile limit if I'm too far away from these. Yes, these are goofy bouncing mortar rounds, yeah. I'm a bit worried about using them too far on the surface, so I'm just going to stop there and then clear the underground with them. Potentially hitting the projectile lifetime limit. Yeah. Explosive bullets, yes, but not the vanilla explosive bullets, because those don't explode tiles. This is mortar rounds from Calamity. Considering it's barely using any ammo though, I'm not too worried about wasting them. Using one ammo every like 10-15 seconds. Mini Nuke Celebration Mark II might be faster. It could be, it's hard to tell. It's got more control, I guess. I think. How big is the hole on this side? I mean, the dungeon goes up higher than I thought, I guess. I can definitely excavate the surface a bit more. Will they dig another hole where the walls are closer together again? Yeah. Let's do that. Sounds like mice scurrying for cheese. Interesting. Okay, this is probably deep enough. At what point does it become too much? I'll know. I'll know, I think. Still doing Exo Mechs. Yes, yes. As you can see, this is Exo Mechs. No, this is more arena prep for Exo Mechs. We are still on the Exo Mechs in terms of what boss we're fighting, yeah. That's us rid of this side of the dungeon on this bit. And I think if I shoot this way I should still be able to... Oh, I guess we're doing cultist. I actually don't want to do cultist though, so... Oh, Reginald the Arms Dealer was at 0.2% health. I didn't want to deal with the pillars, that's why I wasn't actually trying to kill him there. I guess we could go down the middle of this and shoot more. We've already dealt with the pillars one time. I don't want to have to deal with them again. Or I think one time more than we really needed to. I'm going to deal with the random solitary blocks. I'm going to go over and destroy them all, hopefully. With the drill containment unit. So let's destroyed that side of the world. A little bit here, I think. It's destroyed. Other than that, I think we're done. I don't know how high that goes, and if it goes as high as the dungeon, so... Probably do that quickly with the drill containment unit now. Time for another hole in the middle, I think. What do we think? Probably here-ish, right? Imagine how pissed the trapped dungeon spirits would be now that you've bulldozed their home. It's their own fault. I'm not sure how, but it's their own fault. So we've got to contain Crimson. This isn't about containing Crimson, this is about making an Exo Mechs arena. Any Crimson to contain now. Oh, there still will be. We've got the whole other side of the world that will have full Crimson on it, probably. What's the PB for Exo Mechs? I think we got the twins to like 17% health after killing Ares. I think that's the best so far. Okay, now let's do this side. Yeah, it goes as high as the dungeon does. I'm sure I've got rid of all this. It's just... I've got rid of most of it. There's a little bit left. Let's get rid of that. At this point, I think it's hundreds of thousands of empty shells that I've purchased for this and Yaren. Yaren took a lot of bullets. Let's make it day so I can see better. How did Yaren survive with that many bullets lodged in it? Well, eventually he did. Eventually he did die to that many bullets being lodged in him, but it just took a lot of bullets to do so. The aim is still to never do yarn again in this playthrough anyway. No better way to be Exo Mechs than this. No. Not that I can find. I mean, the world arena isn't strictly necessary, but it definitely helps. And it's not really going to be a full world arena, I'm just making more space for the twins at the end. This is how Calamity 1 block started. It's the same world. This is in the future. Or in the past? Yeah. It's the past of the Calamity 1 block world. Before it was created. Yeah, I'm getting close to the other side of this. I suppose I'm at the other side, it's just that I haven't really done this side yet. Let's clear this bit. Just get through a lot of blocks quite easily from here. I thought I've done this already, to be honest. But we can end up summoning quite a few Brain of Cthulhu's from this. Oh, and an Aquatic Scourge apparently. Come on, Brain of Cthulhu. Try your worst. Yeah, the chapsticks way is to take out anger on the viewers. This is just taking out anger on the world instead. No one hates his viewers quite like chapsticks. I'm going to go back and destroy everything with the drill containment unit, yeah. The moon events haven't been too bad in this, I'm not going to lie. What did we do to chapsticks? I'm genuinely aware. You watch his videos, and that means he has to make those videos, which he hates doing. He likes playing the game, just hates making the videos that you guys watch. That's all it is. Is this prep for an Exo Mechs arena? It is, yes. Although thankfully it's almost done. I think this is like the last little bit here. And then I can go into the drill containment unit. Probably around now that I go in with the DCU. I think it's going to be faster now. I think that bit's destroyed, I just need to update the map. Let's see if there's anything useful in those drops. Right, give me a few minutes. Oh, that's Hadal stew. No wonder nothing's coming towards me. This one. Use normal mortar rounds with the disseminator. I could try that, yeah. I love how we produce chapsticks to nothing but an angry noisemaker. Yes, yes. I think that's how he wants it. I could shimmer some of my mortar rounds with the disseminator, but I think at this point I'm probably best just using the drill containment unit. And I'm kind of hoping that I just get to this point before twins. I think I should. Because otherwise I'm going to have to get rid of the dungeon and then clear out a lot of this side as well. I guess I do need to get rid of this little bit here, which will be easier than doing it with the drill containment unit, because that will also destroy the dungeon brick. So if no one watches Chapstick's videos, he'll be free. Yeah, this is the case. Okay, I guess let's go in strips. just need to get rid of a bunch of walls on this layer. Gonna need to get rid of all of these altars at least. All the walls here that I've purified earlier. Breaking altars doesn't spread crimson. It hasn't in even vanilla since 1.4. It doesn't spawn a random block anymore, no. It may be in 1.4 or one of the minor 1.4 updates, like 1.4.2 or something like that. But yeah, it no longer adds a random Crimson or Corruption block, which is nice. Watch me leave one stray block, and that stray block will be the one that kills me. Also, in Calamity, the world acts as if an altar's been destroyed anyway, so there's no real benefit to not destroying them and getting the, what do you call it? Souls of Night. Because pirates still spawn randomly and mechs still spawn randomly even if you haven't destroyed an altar. This feels so much slower than the mortar round mining. Well, mortar rounds don't get rid of walls unless they happen to explode on them or if the blocks are there already, and since there wasn't blocks for a lot of this, it hasn't destroyed them, so you're gonna have to do this for the walls and random blocks. Unless you thought this was blocks, these are walls. He doesn't actually abuse his viewers. This is more of a running joke. Chapstick is not a douche. Or at least if he is, it's a bit. Not saying that you should use it, just comment on the actual speed of the mining mount. Yeah, it's better than mining manually at least. Start with the layer here. I'll work my way around to the underground and then caverns. Although I'm not going to have caverns really. Must be a living tree here. Okay, there's a block there. Let's go get that. Does anyone know why the Yardist Waffle Time video got cancelled? I don't think it was cancelled, it's just hard to coordinate from what I know. Could be cancelled. once this is gone, I think the chances of me hitting a block are so astronomically low. I think once I've gone through all of this here, I'm probably going to have some blocks left, but the chance of me hitting them are going to be very low, which is fine, I think. Should I zoom this in maybe so I can see better? I actually need to light all this up soon so that I can see if there's going to be blocks. Problem is I don't let off much light unless I switch to this. Start swinging my zenith around for visibility. Okay, so walls there, a block there maybe. Chests here. Oh, no block there, just weird lighting glitch. Here though, right? No, just another weird lighting glitch. Use last prism for visibility. Okay, if I've got the mana to use it for any extended amount of time. Let's just get rid of all the stuff I can see for sure first. Oh, we've left quite a bit here. Should probably use mortar rounds for. A lot of walls here too. Oh, thank you very much, Team Quinton. Clean up the wire. I guess I can, actually. Although I need to swap mounts for that. Exos might connect to the wiring and shock me. They could. I mean, they can't, but they could, yeah. can't tell if that's a joke about using the sponge. I hope it's a joke. Because all you have to do to disprove that being possible is look at the thumbnail for the video. They nerfed sponge, but I'm not playing in the most recent update. So the sponge is not nerfed in this version, I just can't use it because it's an accessory. Yeah, let's do a little bit more excavation. Design a boss with in-game computing tools. That would be kind of cool. Like for a custom map, a boss that's not actually in the game, it's just a bunch of wiring set up in a very specific way. It keeps looking like there should be walls on a map, but I think it's because I've not been through to update the map since then. Yeah, also the sponge has been nerfed at the same time that all of the other things around it have been nerfed. Is Evil Smasher used for anything? No, it's not a material. Yeah, a lot of people have looked at the changelogs and found like individual differences and like, oh, they've destroyed X weapon, they've reduced the damage from 500 to 480. And it's like, yeah, but they also reduced the boss health of like every boss around that stage, so it doesn't actually make a difference in kill times. They've just flattened the damage numbers a bit. They haven't nerfed things. I mean, some things they have nerfed, but a lot of the complaining about nerfs are complaining about things that haven't even been nerfed. Might want to break that heart right past the dungeon wall so it doesn't break mid-fight. What heart right near the dungeon wall? She'll have to go investigate. Also, the game is as difficult as Old Expert Death, but now you get 25% more more defense essentially. Anything that gives extra HP is just more valuable now. Yeah, that plus you get more accessory slots, essentially. I don't know why I'm really continuing to mine this. I've probably mined enough. Stop. Hey, any stray blocks? Maybe one here? Hard to tell if that's just lighting or not. Oh, I'm no longer immune to poison. Brother, you have knockback resistance and a ram dash. You're fine. Yeah. This is how it feels. People complaining about the slightest thing when, like, they're good. You really don't need poison and bleed immunity that far into the game. Right, and someone said something about a heart near the dungeon. I suppose there's some walls up here I can get rid of. Okay, I think that's good enough. Do I want to fill in the wall or the platforms? Maybe. I guess it would be good to have an idea of where I'm at. So I shall fill them in for that alone. Yeah, Ank Shield is not worth it in Calamity. Like, the actual usefulness of the Ank Shield, other than as an ingredient in Asgard's Valor, was minuscule. So it being removed from Asgard's Valor has not changed the game in any way. What might change it is the fact that you can only get immunity frames to the first 14 frames of the dash now. That's a fair thing to, like, complain about them nerfing, because it actually changes how it works. But the debuff immunities really don't change how it works. People are just bitching to bitch. Yeah, it kind of feels like that. You're not immune to contact for the full dash now? No, just for the first 14 frames. And considering how powerful the dash was, I think it's fine that it's been nerfed. The nerf is tiny as well. Oh, I've just got rid of quite a lot of this accidentally. Terraria is 60 FPS. And you can't really skip frames as much as you can in other games. Did you say 14 or 40 frames? Because 14 doesn't sound right. I think it is 14. And then I think the upgrade is 18. You know, ram dashes are way worse now functionality, at least, since you can't extend the dash frames by falling or flying as you dash, but I have done massive testing, and maybe things like cross necklace can boost dash iframes at a point in time that worked. I don't remember seeing that in the changelogs as a thing that works again, but yeah, like you say, even with the nerf, I think they're still very powerful. You can still dash through the Devourer of Gods, so there's like 90% of the usefulness of a dash right there. Yeah, Ankshield is getting its own line of upgrades, I think. I think what they could have done in the meantime is add Ankshield to something like the Rampart of Deities. Just to give it some, like, temporary usefulness, so that people don't feel like it's just been taken away. I think that's kind of a failing of the Calamity update, like, cycle, I guess. Is they try to nerf one thing in one update and then bring something else to balance it in the next, so it feels like a nerf and then a buff rather than just feeling like a rework. That's kind of the issue with crates as well. Like, they removed a bunch of stuff from crates and said, oh, we're going to add a bunch of stuff to crates in the next update, and then people were like, well, you've kind of just nerfed crates then. Right, let's get those and those. If you can dash through Polter, Old Duke, and Dog, then ram dashes are still goated. Yeah, you can. Why is Feral Amalgamation silent in this? Or am I just not getting any sound? Oh, I'm just getting no sound. Okay. Hopefully you guys are still getting sound, but I'm not. Let me try and figure this out. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, I think I fixed it. Oh, because I've done Torch God, my campfires now change, yeah. Wait, do campfires shimmer? Yeah, they shimmer into aether campfires. I was about to say, this could be new tech. I forgot that campfires changed as well as torches. Yeah, there's already 2 episodes out in the series, but it will eventually be a full series, yes. Somewhat tempted to continue the excavation over to this bit because I've already excavated so much of the snow up here, but the amount of time that would take is probably not worth it. I think I'm covered. No, I can still get a few campfires down. Oh, we've got a graveyard here. Interesting. Got a campfire. Oh. Oh, it's because we're right at the edge of the world almost. Well, you don't need left and right as much, since that is the spot where hopefully Ares dies. Then you get twin solo, where you use the space to fall till you kill them, then you don't need more space. Yeah. If the spot where Ares dies is inconsistent, then you might need to expand it. Well, I think what I'm going to do is try and delay the Ares start until like here. So maybe I fill that with torches or something so I can see where it is. Because I think Ares takes about as much space to the left as he does to the right when I'm killing him, or maybe more to the... Well, I don't know, it's hard to tell. Either way, I guess this section here is the middle. I'll put torches down here so I know that this is the place that I should really be killing Ares, I think. Do a kill and just see where he dies? Well, I can delay where he dies to an extent. Or I can delay when I go into that phase, which in turn kind of delays when he dies. Let's put these away just in case I accidentally use them. And I now don't have bullets, so let's put those away as well. Just going to put those there since I'm not really using the whatchamacallit at all. Right, watch me now be really bad at this. Oh, I just couldn't get the speed up to get out of Thanatos' way. I could have teleported. There's no reason not to teleport there, really. Back into the action. Yes, only to die to the action. We're not getting Thanatos to a good level, I don't think. Although this adrenaline might change things. Yeah, that's doing quite a lot of damage to Thanatos. Problem is now my rage and adrenaline are a bit mismatched. Use this on you, and this on you. Really bad timing of yeah. Didn't realise I'd done so much damage to Ares. I might need to delay even longer. Yeah, I need to delay quite a bit longer actually. Unless I do just destroy more of the world. Because destroying along to the snow would get me quite lined up with it, I guess. Okay, got Thanatos at a good level of health at least. Destroying will let you just not worry about timing mid-fight and focus on the actual arms and not the place in the world. That's true, that's true. What I might do is save my rage for the next phase. I'm going to delay on this one. But yeah, I can go much further than I would have thought. Let that laser go to the blue one, and then Yep. I need to destroy more. By quite a bit as well. I think if I go to this ice, I'll be good. So let's get the King's Pain back. And we'll go back to a 5-hour explosion time. 5-hour explosion time, everyone. It's barely even closer. Celebration time, explosion time. You're gonna hop out for now, fair enough. Let's actually get Dungeon Brick. So I can mark out one side of the world. That reminds you to do your homework. Yeah, you should go do your homework. The VOD will still be here once you're done, and you hopefully won't have to watch me do a bunch of excavating. Would celebration actually be faster? I might have to test this. I'm not entirely sure. It might be is the answer, I think. Either way, the first step is marking out an area. Here's the border here, pretty much. Let's swap to Brimrose, because it's a bit faster acceleration and feels better to use. At least we have the most chill Calamity lo-fi song for this part. Lying in Depths is the best track on the lo-fi album in my opinion. just do it like this, would it be at all faster, or would it at least feel faster? It feels faster. It's not, but it feels like it is. Because I'm moving, at least. I'm going to get the top of this with the drill containment unit just so I don't have to explode it all. Or maybe I just make a little bit to protect the platforms. No, because then I have to just like go back and destroy that as well. I just need to not go that high potentially. I should have done this without, God. Without the bricks first. Yeah, I think we just have to go to Kingsbane. And yeah, I'll go down to here-ish. Although, I do need to go to where the walls stop so that the walls actually explode things as well. There's no walls there. Is Terraria worth playing nowadays? Yes! Very much so. I would say it's more worth playing than ever, actually. There's so much more in the game now than there was back in 2016. And there has just been a recent very large update out, so I would very much recommend you try and play it. Hank Schrader as Professor. Yeah, I've been rewatching Better Call Saul recently, and it's crazy how good that is. And yes, I know that it's not Breaking Bad, that Hank Schrader's really kind of in. He is in a couple episodes of Better Call Saul, though, but it's a tangentially related story. Yeah, after Pluribus, it just felt right to go back to it. Not sufficient storage space. That's an issue. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, I've made space. I think I should be good now. Realised that there was a second folder on my secondary SSD that I didn't know was there. And that'll be why I didn't have any storage space. It was just a copy of something that was already on my primary SSD, so not at all needed. I've recorded too many Terraria videos, you're right. My secondary SSD is literally just for footage for Terraria videos, and at the moment it's just this run and a little bit of Skyblock in 1.4.5. This run alone is at like 1.4 terabytes. I think we're now at the point where they're not able to bounce back and actually destroy things here. But they might destroy things like these rails on the way back. Or walls up here. This is going to take a long time to finish up. Should probably start attacking from the other angle. Yeah, that's... if I go from this bit actually, that'll be a good kind of elevator that's already built. Definitely faster when there's a smaller gap in between the two walls. It is odd how there's always like little outcrops. It's almost like the Abyss generation where there's like little ledges. I guess it's just when I'm slowed down for whatever reason, the bullets bounce back and forth a bit more often and destroy more of it. Okay, let's do another trip down, I guess, nearer the dungeon. And then we're gonna have to do a bunch of cleanup. Maybe here is about halfway through. Yeah. And switch to this. Further than I thought. Here's probably a good place to stop. I'm a little worried about the amount of cleanup that's going to be needed for this. I suppose if I shoot this side, there's a good chance a lot of those blocks there will get destroyed by the ones that bounce back. The arena must expand. Yeah, this is the Terraria equivalent to the factory must grow. Getting there. Almost time to go in with the much slower drill containment unit. And then we'll be 5 hours out from actually getting back into another attempt. It won't quite be that bad. The last little section is this, for the most part. Slowly melt it away, because it is snow and ice. Right, there's probably still going to be parts missing in here, I imagine. Although, maybe not. I'm filling in most of the map here. Yeah, there's some stuff. This for arena, yeah. Certainly not for fun. Okay, that's us at the edge. Yes, this is an arena for King Slime. Just building it with my drill containment unit and blossom pickaxe. With my cosmic worm sentry, or summon for support. Okay, I will have to go and do the dungeon at some point, but I'm going to try and clear up all the stray blocks for now. You tried to excavate a world in 1.2 using holy hand grenades. Yeah, that would take a long time. Not the whole world, just half of it. I'm only doing this little, maybe... It's probably only a quarter, really. All I can say is thank God for the drill containment unit. Chief is alive and you caught the stream. Yeah, I'm streaming so often at the moment. Just trying to get rid of this run. The rubber things, the rubber mortars remove walls as well. It's just only if they hit blocks, same as the celebration. So all of these ones that are away from blocks don't get destroyed. How much environmental damage is this? I'd like to think of it as environmental preservation, because if Draydon doesn't get defeated, then he will destroy the environment even more. It's a bit of a catch-22. You need to destroy the environment to protect it. Relocating all this ice to the oceans, yes. I will solve global warming. Why are you doing this? For fun. dead, yeah. Any blocks down this column? I don't think so, unless... I don't think these are blocks. I think they're just lighting glitches. Yeah. Don't want minecarts to cause an issue if I try and mount or something though. This is like how firefighters don't put out small forest fires. If they did, it would result in an uncontrollably large one later on. Is that because once it's been burned, it's kind of like a line in the ground that stops other ones from crossing that line? Or am I misinterpreting that? Am I going to put brighter walls in the cabin's part? Hell no. Not if I can avoid it. That would take way too long, considering how big this is. I don't know, maybe I'm going to regret that and I'm going to actually need it later on, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. No way did I beat Yarn? Yes, I did. With a lot of struggle. It was not easy. I think he's going to remain the highest attempt number in the game. Although I'm sure Exos and Escal will put up a good fight. Just 1,000 shine potions. Well, I've already got a full stack of shine potions, I think, in my piggy bank. Oh, I think that was my summon that I saw up there, thinking it was Icebox. They stack trust. I only need the 30 stack, surely. That would be a pretty cool thing if the more you had, the brighter the world was. Cheat sheet has a full bright option. Well, it's in the name. I'm not going to be using that. That would in fact be cheating. Just have to get rid of the dungeon as well after this. The grind never ends. Watch me now never need the underground layer for any of the Exos. Okay, I think I've got everything there. Now it's time for the dungeon. Oh, some miscellaneous snow blocks, I guess. I still have this wall over here. Let's get rid of that first. back for that bit later. I might have reached the end of the music, so we'll restart that. Oh. Why excavation? For a really, really, really big Exo Mech arena. Because I am tired of running out of space. It's the only way to ensure that I don't. Yeah, it's no accessories and no armor. I've had a lot of people thinking it was just no armor, which would be a lot easier. I think I probably would have finished that in a fraction of the time this has taken. No armor probably would have been done within, I don't know, 50, 60 hours. And at the moment we're at 120-ish on this one. I mean, even if I wasn't using mounts, hooks are pretty obsolete by this point. You could maybe get by with just a hook, but the chances would be very slim. Yeah, all the these kind of challenge runs that are like no WASD and jumpless are difficult in a different way. Like, mobility is still an issue, but there's still got damage and survivability for the most part. I would say mobility is more of an issue than in a playthrough like this. But I have very little damage boosts and very little survivability compared to those playthroughs. You could probably get quite tanky, even with just armor. Okay, how are we looking? Let's get rid of this little section here that's poking out for some reason. Okay, I think we are done with the arena for now. Oh wait, no, there's still that bit up there that I forgot about. Fearmonger would be pretty big, yeah. But Auric Tesla would probably give a better mix of survivability and damage, I think. Okay, there we go. Swap these. And we're ready. Right, I'm gonna head to the toilet real quick and then we can get on to more attempts. I'll be back in a minute. See you guys soon. Right, I'm back. Actually, yeah, Plaguebringer and Solar probably would be better than, whatchamacallit? Fearmonger. Just because the Ram Dash would be better than the damage and defense of Fearmonger. I mean, any armor. I would take lead armor at this point. I mean, if I could have only one armor set through the entire playthrough, it would probably be between Plaguebringer and Hallowed, I think. Or maybe Solar, because those three have usefulness even very late into the playthrough. And you can get Hallowed pretty early. Lead also gives 10% DR. Yeah, 10% DR would be pretty good at this point in the game. Why is it getting those shots off? Like it's inconsistent with how much damage I'm doing. And also, how did that only do 9% damage to Thanatos? That was a Rage and Adrenaline with his vents open. Even with my expanded arena, I'm still going to have to delay a bit, but that gives me a bit of time to try and deal damage to Thanatos, I guess. I might actually use an Adrenaline on Thanatos. I'll be back in a minute, see you guys in a second. Sorry about that, I had to take a call real quick. I guess I need to get back into this without dying. Okay, we're good, we're good. And actually, perfect timing to get to the arena almost. Let's just let the blue one go. I actually kind of want the nuke to go off and then... Or maybe not, maybe not. Okay, yeah, bad, 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 bad. I was dubious that that was going to go well after taking a 6-minute break in the middle of the fight. Not exactly the sort of thing that gets you ready to go back to it. Do I think doing all these fights has affected my normal Terraria muscle memory? Perhaps, yeah. I'll need to see in my next playthrough, I guess. I won't know until then. I've only done 3% to Thanatos. Okay, let's see if we can get them aligned for... Yeah, there we go. Hope we do quite a bit of damage to them there. Enough. Enough damage, I think. I'd prefer to do more, but... Yeah, I've at least got them under 70%, which means I should be good to go straight to the twins after this. That's kind of when I want to transition to the next phase, I think, so... Oh, I don't get the benefit of that. Or is it just that it stopped raining? No. Need some lifesteal. Okay. So I don't get the rain benefit if I go under the ground. That's interesting. I'm gonna need to be aware of that. Maybe I won't have my Brimnose ready to swap to if I need. I didn't know you didn't get that in the underground layer. But yeah, that was pretty clean other than getting hit during the start of the double mech phase. Make it floor perchance or flood it? I've just cleared it so I don't want to make a floor. I could flood it, but that is a lot of water. I think it would take genuinely hours to fill that. Even using wet bombs. All that world destruction was in vain. It should still be fine for the twins, because I won't be mounted for the majority of that anyway. Any tips for true melee poltergeist? I honestly don't know, to be honest. I've not done a true melee playthrough, so I can't exactly say. Let's focus on Thanatos for a bit. Hope the Ares doesn't phase transition before I'm ready for him. He might actually, which would be really annoying. Oh, I didn't deal enough to Thanatos. Interesting. Does let me farm up a rage, I guess. Although I need to be close enough to his lasers to do that. I should have used my adrenaline at the start of that. Ah. Oh, I was focusing on the laser too much. You went too far down while Ares was still alive, since you need all the falling space you can get for the twins. Yes, yes. I also hadn't got Thanatos to 70% health before, which didn't help. Almost no PV. Yes, we're getting there. I think if we get a good phase to deal damage to Thanatos, then we've maybe got it. And obviously a good phase with the twins. But we really need to deal damage to Thanatos, like, nowish. Without him dealing damage to me. Going back up with the Stygian on twins is not a bad idea, then just fall again. Yeah, I forgot I had the adrenaline because I'd been holding it for so long, which is a silly mistake to make. That might have made a bit of difference. Good amount of damage to Thanatos there. Surprised I'm not getting one shot. I'm not far from it, to be honest. Is there ever a reason to not have Adrenaline Rage on the same key? Yeah, if you want to use one for a certain part and one for another, yeah. Right, I need to now delay a little bit. Now. Oh, not quite low enough for that. Problem is I need to go low for mechs and then low for twins. Well, I need to go low for mechs and then I need to be high when I start the twins, which is difficult. I say mechs, I mean Ares. I think we've dialed in most of the strategy though. Now it's just a case of actually pulling it off. Damn, didn't deal much damage there, don't know why. Am I missing... Oh, I'm missing Lily's finale. Why did that change direction after it was... like, after it finished homing in? This is a bad attempt. If I need height, you stick in, yeah. Just gonna try and steal some health from Thanatos. It may deal the odd bit of damage as well, I guess. Did not mean to click off the page. What? Why was it not moving? Oh, is it because I'd clicked off and I was still holding from when I'd been on the bit? I see. Wouldn't spaced bubble columns help with underground issue with Super Truffle? That's true, yeah. Yeah, the fight is incredibly consistent other than Thanatos. There is a little bit of jank surrounding him. If he just spawns in at the wrong place, it takes a little bit longer to catch up to the player and then he changes his AI a little bit later. But like this part, I mean, I could do this with my eyes shut probably. Except for when I deal less damage inexplicably for no apparent reason. Honestly, the worm boss isn't the worst part, it is the other two. It's Calamity that puts worm enemies on the map like that. It's not all worm enemies, it's just specific ones. Like Thanatos. Ooh, slow rain. Man, I got done really early there. Oh, I was too busy trying to avoid the additional projectiles from the arms that I did not think about the laser. Right, I'm gonna do 2 more attempts, and then I'm calling it a day. Because I think Bone Reaper is right, I'm better to do shorter streams than really long ones where I progressively get worse throughout the stream. And I think I learned more in between streams than I did during the last one. Probably just because of the benefit of sleep, looking all that information in. Okay, Thanatos to 70% first, that's actually really good. All because of a couple of good lineups. You know what, this is going so well, this is going to be my last attempt of the day. I've decided that if it's not this time, it's not today. Let's let the nuke go, and then Oh, I dashed right into the laser. I was trying to dash through it. Okay, that was good. Next stream I have a good feeling about. Today was a training day, and next stream will be an actual day that we do it. But yeah, thank you all for watching. I shall see you in the next stream. Bye bye for now.